Hello, my name is Keith, and I'm here to make your teaching and tech life just a little bit easier. In this guide, we address a common challenge faced by educators, the laborious process of creating quizzes in Canvas. The manual input of questions directly in Canvas is not only time-intensive, but also a test of patience. This method, while traditional, is far from efficient. Recognizing this, let's leverage some computer programming skills and generative AI tools to cut the time that you spend writing high-quality quizzes by more than half. By utilizing tools that are completely free, we solve two problems. Number one, importing quizzes written outside of Canvas into a Canvas quiz is not user-friendly. We solve this problem by taking advantage of the free Python library text-to-QTI. Now, don't worry if you've never used Python or are afraid of snakes. We will be using a web application that I created. It's incredibly easy to use. Number two, we will have the opportunity to use generative AI to help draft and format assessment questions. Using my optimized prompts, you can choose to either have tools like ChatGPT format your existing assessments into something that can be used by my web app, or you can leverage the power of generative AI to craft assessment questions on its own, which you can then go back and verify, improve, and edit. Regardless of which option you choose, all of these solutions end up being much faster and simpler than creating quizzes from scratch within Canvas itself. For those of you that want to follow along, please click on the link in the description below for the full walkthrough, or pause the video and follow the QR code seen to my side. Awkward pause. All right, here we see us at a blog post that I wrote on my lab's website, Beginner's Guide to Using AI to Create Canvas Quizzes. A list of the prerequisites. You'll need a list of topics you want covered or your questions. A text editor. There's going to be one that comes with your computer that makes plain text.txt files. Access to ChatGPT or Claude AI or some other generative AI, plus your Canvas LMS account. We're going to use Gen AI to generate or properly format assessment questions, copy that into a text editor to verify, and then use my web app to convert that into a QTI formatted zip file that can then be uploaded to Canvas. Now the question is, what generative AI platform should you use? And you have a few options. And ChatGPT is a good one, but the free Model 3.5 doesn't really work all that well. But 4 does, and Claude AI does. Now, you do have a few options. You actually have 3. Let's say you already have the questions. Then if you have those, you can basically take your assessment questions, format them using the option 1 prompt in AI into a format that can be used by the web app, and you're good to go. Option 2 is if you want to generate AI questions, that you want the Claude AI or ChatGPT to generate it for you. And for this, there's a different prompt that you can use, and we'll walk through what that process looks like. And then finally, I'm not going to walk through this, but you can do a no AI option. And basically, that's if you already have the questions that you need. You don't even want to use the AI for conversion. I mean, actually, the process of manually editing these in a text editor isn't all that hard and time consuming. So you could just do that in your text editor. It's really up to you. And I've included an option 3 style guide that walks you through all the different ways that you can format that file. So here is what one of those prompts looks like. Here's the second prompt, and then the third option style guide. Let's say we want to generate some questions. This is what we're going to do. So you can click that upper right hand corner copy button. Now I'm in ChatGPT 4, and if I go ahead and just paste in that prompt and click enter, it will show me the prompt. And if we scroll to the bottom, it will ask us for a list of topics. So what is our quiz going to be on? I'm asking it to give me a quiz on natural selection, on gene flow, and on genetic drift. So different mechanisms of evolution. And here goes the quiz. These are brand new generated questions in the format that I asked for. Everything so far looks correct according to the style guide. We see multiple choice questions where there's an asterisk in front of the option that is correct. And below the question number, you also see 3 dots and then a sentence. That's going to be the feedback for what a correct answer should be. Now here is Claude AI, which is also a very good option if you haven't heard of it. And right now, the free option works quite well. I've put the same prompt in there. As you can see, it's not asking me for my own topics. It's like giving me some ones in biology, but you could just fill in the ones that you like, and we enter those in, and that same process is going to start. And you can be clear on how many multiple choice questions or multiple answer or essay questions that you'd like. It's just up to you. Now you can continue the conversation. So sometimes it'll get to the limit of what it can put in. You just click continue generating. Now let's say you want more questions, and you're probably going to want to ask it for more questions than you want in your quiz, because inevitably you're going to want to delete some of the questions it creates as they may not be what you're looking for. So I just ask it to create 5 more questions. And we already see it's kind of not doing what I want. I wanted everything in a single code block that's very easy to copy and paste, so that black box that we had before. And it's putting the question numbers just 1, then 1, then 1. So these seem to be fine questions. I haven't read through them yet. But now let's solve this problem of what's happening here. And really just kind of tell it what you want. So you must put all of these into a single code block as per the style guide. And not only now is it doing it correctly, but it's also picking up from the number we left off. The last question in the previous code block was 8, and now it's picking up with 9. And it's going to continue doing that until it reaches the end of the quiz. You can ask it to just in conversation, I want my questions to involve more creative, applied scenarios, or I want you to focus on common misconceptions of natural selection. And just keep on adding more questions. And you can say it's multiple choice, multiple answer, or essay. And all of those are good options. So now we have our text editor open, and we can go ahead and copy and paste what it's given us using the copy code button and just paste it in. Now that's everything that it's given us so far. One thing to notice is that there are going to be parts of the instructions you see in the lower right-hand corner I just deleted. That's not part of the actual quiz, and so we want to make sure that we delete those. I continue to go forward, paste in the new things, and it's also important that if sometimes you have multiple parts from multiple sources, you might need to go back up and, oh, see, I have another academic integrity or quiz title from Claude. I should delete that so that the formatting is all the same. Now, it does start again from question 13 to question 2. That doesn't really matter. That's actually one part of this format, the numbering of questions. That doesn't matter. They do have to be numbered, but the actual number that they're given is not important. So now we have our text file. Let's go back and figure out what the next steps are. And the most important part in all of this is verify. About 10 to 20% of what it gives you is either going to be poorly formatted or just not great questions. There could be factual errors, all sorts of stuff. So assuming you go through and you check it out, you need to give your quiz a name. I like a short name, quiz_3. Put it wherever you want. Let's put it in my downloads folder. And just make sure that it is a .txt file. You don't want it to be anything else. It can't be an RTF file or any other format. Now that we have that, we can go to the web app. So in part 3, click on the button, and you can see here, this is the web app I've created. There's some links for further instructions, but it's very simple. You just go to where that quiz file is. It's uploaded it successfully. You click the convert to QTI, and if there are no errors, then you're allowed to download it. Sometimes there are going to be errors, and this is usually going to happen if there is some sort of formatting problem in your file. Maybe something is incorrect. If that does happen, this app will show you and give you some instructions as to what the error is. The error will be a little long, but if you look at the bottom, it will usually tell you which line number and which particular part of your quiz had some sort of formatting error. You go ahead, fix that, try it again, and you should be good. So now we are in your course page. This is my practice course. Select import existing content. In the dropdown, you want to go to QTI zip file. It's the last option. choose the zip file that was created when you downloaded it. And here we're writing in our question bank name. I'm calling it Evolution Quiz Fall 23, even though this will not be the name that shows up under quizzes. That will be the title that was given to your quiz in your text document, I think in that first or second line. Click on quizzes, and there it goes. Evolutionary mechanisms in population genetics, right there up top. 22 questions, 22 points. Go ahead and edit. You can change all your options at this point. Now, it will automatically put it into the assignment group imported assignments, so make sure that you put it in the group that you would like it. Show question details, and here you go. You have all of these different options here. All of them you are free to edit. For that matter, you could edit the prompt too for any of those questions, particularly if you want to add your own spin on an academic integrity question. And that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Also, relatively soon, I will be sending out an email for office hours. And these office hours are in general for anything related to Gen AI. So that could be wanting to walk through this tool to get comfortable with it. That could be trying to just sit down and practice and figure out how you can work with your academic integrity policy, or create assignments in which students are explicitly practicing the skills that you would like them to learn or not want them to learn in generative AI, or just things that streamline your own workflow. Make it so that you can cognitively offload a lot of the stuff that take up your time so you can spend more time doing the stuff that makes you amazing. All right, with that, I am all done, and thanks for watching.